Me and the boys are riding over to Whipstock tonight. You want to come along?
No, Smokey, no. I think I'll go into Virginia City.
Well, it's been more than a month since you rode to Whipstock with us. What's the matter? All with you?
See you in a minute.
No, it's worse than that, Smokey. You wanted to talk to me?
No, I don't, but someone else wants to talk to you.
Hello, Griff.
What are you doing here?
I got to thinking that you was never coming back.
Duffy, I told you not to follow me.
Please don't be mad at me. I just wanted to be with you.
I told you I would come back when I could.
Whither thou goest. Now, that's what that man said. Whither thou goest. You remember?
Not too well, no.
Well, you must have been a lot drunker than I thought, Griff.
Yeah. Griff, this lady tells us that you and her are married. That you ran out on her. Hey, I was gonna go back and see her.
Now when? About a week, a month, a year, whenever you got ready, when?
Look, Joe, she's my wife.
Look, we understand that. You're the one that seems to have forgotten it.
You just better watch the way you talk to my husband, mister. Griff, are you ashamed of me? You want me to go away?
Ah, Duffy.
Will you come back and see us real soon?
I sure will, Mr. Cartwright. Thank you.
Missy, this for you.
Thank you.
呢單嘢真係冇攞，呢個女人待你咁好，點解你離開佢啊？
Wait a
若講
minute,
我
I
係
married
你
her, didn't I?
唔係啊，
Didn't I marry her?
我唔知啊，我唔講啦，你要搞佢啦，你咁大嘅啫。
I want to thank you again, Mr. Cartwright.
You're more than welcome.
Bye.
Hey, hey. What? What?
Aren't you going to help her up on the wagon?
She ain't helpless.
I ain't helpless.
Duffy, where does this go?
Let's see. That goes in the bedroom, I think. Did you just put that right in there? Let's see. Oh, that goes in the kitchen. Set that down right there, please.
Hope you enjoy your new home, Mrs. King.
I will, Mr. Cartwright. You know, it's the nicest house I've ever been in.
If Griff don't toe the line, you let us know, all right?
Oh, I can handle him. Oh, he'll do enough work to pay your pa the rent.
He better.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, Mrs. King, alone at last.
You did a very good job, Griff. You seem genuinely surprised to see me.
Well, I was. I wasn't expecting you this soon.
Do you think we convinced them?
Well, I'm pretty sure Candy's convinced. Oh, a couple of guys from the bunkhouse, they were already fishing for invites to Sunday dinner.
Good. Very good.
Can you cook?
Sure. You know, for a minute there, back at the house, I thought Joe was gonna hit you.
Well, you know, so did I. I was wondering what I was gonna do about it, and then you just stepped right in.
I better start getting this stuff unpacked.
Can I give you a hand?
Oh, no, thanks. If I put everything away, then I'll know where everything is. That's something my grandmother taught me. What are you smiling at?
You. You're like a mother robin building a nest.
Well, that's exactly what I'm doing, in a way.
Well, things look much better already. Boy, we could sure use some pictures, don't you think? Maybe a hook rug right down here in front of the love seat. I think that clock looks much better there, don't you?
That's fine.
You know, if you could embroider, my mother used to have a sampler hanging up over the fireplace that read, "Oh, wind, if winter comes, can spring be far behind?"
Would you excuse me? I don't think there'll be time for that, Griff. How about something simple like, "Bless this home"?
Think I better get busy, huh?
Griff, this is just a game. Remember? Don't be late for supper.
I'll be back by sundown.
Yeah, that's him, all right. If I wasn't sure before, I am now.
Once a thief, always a thief.
Well, you ought to know.
It's about time you got back. I had the funny feeling that we were being watched all day.
Yeah, well, there were two of them following me.
Well, what did you do?
Well, I stole one of Ben's cows.
Mm-hmm.
And I drove him into a gully.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, I'll butcher him.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll take the meat into town.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll sell it.
That's great. Don't forget the horse.
Boy, that smelled good. So do you.
Griff, that's fine outside, but no one can see us in here.
Well, then let's go back outside.
Griff,
What is this?
that's where you sleep tonight.
Oh, Duffy. It's gonna be a cold night.
I can always put another log on the fire. it down before it all gets cold.
Thank you.
Have some turnip greens. Griff,
Yeah.
come here. Come on, bring your pillow and blanket. Come on.
Look, I don't know what you guys want, but if it's money, all I got...
We're not here to steal anything, Mr. King.
Well, what do you want? It's against the law to break into a man's house.
Oh, you know all about the law, don't you, boy? Since you've been kind of playing both sides of it.
All right. Who are you? What do you want?
Well, we thought we'd better have a little talk with you, Mr. King, since you're going to be working for us.
I work for me.
Oh, doing what, Mr. King? Mining, farming, ranching.
Ranching, that's right, ranching.
Well, when a man ranches, Mr. King, he's got to have some cattle. You don't have any cattle. Except for that one bull that you stole from Ponderosa this afternoon.
What bull?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Griff?
Just tell me to be quiet, will you?
When you drove up the gully and penned up behind the brush. Now, you know what I'm talking about? Personally, I got no objection to a man rustling a few cattle, as long as he does it on his own time. But when he works for me, he does what he's told, when he's told, and nothing more or less. And you are now working for me, Mr. King. Understand?
What is it you want me to do?
What you're told, when you're told.
What's in it for me?
A full and equal share, Mr. King.
In what?
The proceeds.
Of what?
Trust me, Mr. King. Trust me. You got that list? You know the high meadow, Mr. King? There'll be some men passing through here who are not familiar with this territory. They'll be looking for a man called Jonas. You will direct them to the high meadow. Here's a list of supplies we'll need and the money to buy it with. You'll bring those supplies to that grove of trees in the high meadow tomorrow night. There'll be somebody waiting for you. Oh, by the way, Mr. King, bring along a side of beef from that bull that you stole.
Swallow it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Well, that's just great for the fisherman, Duffy. But the worm on the end of the hook, he ain't too happy about it at all.
Well, what's the matter?
I want to know what's going on here.
Well, that's what we're trying to find out, isn't it?
Listen, I want you to tell me what you know that I don't.
All right. The name of the man who was here, that's Jonas Holt.
Jonas Holt? The Jonas Holt that rode with Stanton during the war between the states?
Yes.
Stanton went through North Texas like Quantrell went through Kansas.
They looted, they burned, they murdered.
Why didn't we grab him?
Holt's not the man we want. He takes orders. We want the man who gives them.
Stanton.
Griff, there's going to be a small army up there. It's a day's ride from Carson City Mint. It's 2 days' ride from the goldfields of California. I mean, that's big. And that's too big for Holt to either lead or to plan.
Yeah, but where is Stanton?
Well, we don't know. That's what we have to find out. You pick up the supplies. Whatever they're up to, we're part of it now.
Wait, but Duffy, they might just come back. I mean... Probably just coming to call.
I don't care why he's coming. Get rid of him.
Why?
Because I don't want him hanging around. Get rid of him.
And how do we do that?
Afternoon, Mrs. King.
Mr. Canady? Well, what brings you here?
Oh, pleasure and business. Is Griff around?
Well, I imagine he's somewhere. Why don't you just come in and have a cup of coffee, huh? Come on.
Oh! What is this? What's going on here? Get your hands off of my wife.
Griff!
Why don't you just go in the house? I'll
Griff,
deal with you
Griff,
later.
this isn't what you think.
I thought I could trust you. Griff, I guess I was wrong, wasn't I? Just get your hands off me. Why don't you just
Griff,
go on?
come
Come on. You're not wanted around here.
Well, that takes care of pleasure. Let's get down to business. Now, there's a whole section of fence. It's been pulled down. It borders on your place. What do you know about it?
I don't know nothing about any fence.
Tom Barlow over at Two Forks Store says you bought a whole wagon load of supplies over there.
Yeah, so what?
So it's $47.38.
That's right.
Where did you get that kind of money, Griff?
That's none of your business.
Hey, Griff, what's the matter with you? I'm your friend, remember?
You're my friend. Well, friend, why don't you do me 2 favors, huh? Just quit asking me questions which are none of your business, and keep your hands off of my woman. Fair enough?
Yeah. So long.
I just don't understand you, Candy. Now, yesterday you defend Griff, and today you're attacking him.
I'm not attacking him. There's just some things I don't understand, that's all. Something's going on.
Like what?
Like that section of fence that got torn down. Like Griff's attitude. The last couple of days, I've seen 4 men, gun hands, Not cowhands. Moving toward that high country behind Griff's.
Oh, now, come on, Candy. You can't tell the difference between a gun hand and a cow hand, and there's nothing up there anyway.
I can tell the difference, Joe. And there's a lot of places up there to hide, to wait.
For what?
I don't know.
Candy, you trying to tell me that Griff would steal from us?
It's possible, yeah.
Well, anything's possible, but just because a section of fence has been torn down doesn't make Griff a thief, does it?
No. But I'm gonna have another look at that fence.
Candy, why don't you stay away from Griff for a while? Let him get settled down.
Is that an order?
Well, let's just say it's a suggestion.
I'll consider it.
Look, I think we ought to tell him.
Can't.
It's not right. It's like we don't trust him.
Trust Candy with my life, I just can't tell him.
Well, then let me tell him. I think he ought to know.
Now, look, I promised Mr. Taylor I wouldn't tell anyone but you. And I promised him that you wouldn't tell anyone.
Well, I didn't promise him anything.
All right. Tell you what, Joseph. You do whatever you think is right.
I'll tell you what, Bob. Every time you call me Joseph, I know in some way you got me cornered.
Yes, Joseph.
Are you here to meet me?
He's dead.
Good. Get the supplies off that wagon on the double.
Let's go.
What happened?
He was a spy, government agent.
Are you sure?
Not altogether. Just suspicious. This kind of work, Mr. King, can't take the time to be sure about every little thing. As soon as they get the supplies off there, put him on there and get rid of him.
Hey, wait a minute. I never said I'd do anything.
I said get rid of him. You hear?
You know what they told me? They told me to get rid of that body.
His name is John McAdams. He's one of our men. How did they find out?
They just got suspicious. I mean, that's all, just suspicious. Duffy, the game's over.
You did what you were told to do. Get rid of him.
Look, you got a dead man here.
You were told that this could be dangerous and that someone might get hurt.
Nobody said anything to me about anybody getting killed.
Well, you can't get hurt much worse than that, can you? sorry, Griff.
Yeah, Duffy, so am I.
Let me help you.
I can get it. Why don't you go to bed?
There's some things about this kind of work that you just don't understand, Griff.
Oh, I understand, Duffy. I do understand. You die doing this kind of work. And somebody just takes you out somewhere and they just stick you in the ground like an old watermelon seed.
Griff.
Yeah, I understand. It's just gonna take me a little while to get used to it.
You'll never get used to it. Good night.
Whoa.
You want some water? Help yourself.
No. I'm looking for a man named Jonas.
See that road? Follow that road till you get to 3 big rocks. Right up off the left of that, there's a little trail. You take that trail right through the pass, right up to the high country.
I don't remember seeing you before.
I guess that makes us even.
I thought I knew everybody who worked for the Colonel.
I don't work for the Colonel, I work for Jonas.
It's the same thing.
I'll believe that when I hear it from Jonas.
What did that man want?
Jonas, why?
Griff, his name is Dodie Hendrickson. And I testified against him in a trial about 5 years ago.
Well, then he'd know you, too.
Well, I don't think he'd recognize me. My hair was so different. It was different color, different style. I wore rouge, a low-cut dress from Paris.
So you go get your things, Duffy. We're leaving.
No.
Damn it, Duffy, he'd recognize you.
Griff, I'm in charge here. I mean, this is my decision. We stay.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
I told you never to come here, Griff. Never approach me, never talk to me.
Nobody saw me come in here.
But it isn't just you. You also endangered Duffy's life.
Her life is already in danger. She recognized one of the men on the way up to that camp.
Well, that's part of her job.
But there is a chance he might recognize her, too. She testified against him. All I'm asking you to do is just get her out of there so nothing happens to her.
And what does Duffy want?
Well, she wants to stay there.
Then she stays.
Now, look. When I told you the story that ex-con told me, I did that as a favor.
And I appreciate it.
And when I said I'd help you find out what was going on here and risk my own neck, I also did that as a favor.
And you also knew that Duffy would be sticking her neck out, too.
Yeah, but I didn't know her then.
You think you know her now, then you should know that she knows how to take care of herself. You get back out there. You run into something you can't handle, put a lamp in one of the back rooms. Help will be on its way. Get out of here, Griff.
Halt.
I want to talk to you, mister.
You shouldn't have come here, Mr. King.
I want you to keep these men away from my house, you understand? Any business we got, you and I can handle. But I'm not gonna have this scum hanging around my place, insulting my wife.
I'm not very much interested in your personal problems, Mr. King.
Well, you better be interested. Because the next man I find sneaking around my place, I shoot him. And I shoot to kill. You understand that?
Boy, you watch your mouth.
It sounds like some kind of woman you got there.
That's right.
I'd like to meet her. Quite probably she'd enjoy meeting me, too.
You go home, Mr. King. Don't you come back, you hear?
I'm gonna kill him, and you ain't gonna stop me.
Someone was gonna have to anyhow. So might as well be you.
Sorry, is that still sore?
Yeah.
Certainly did a lot of work today. Everything wrong.
Yeah, well, I got the job half done. I mean, if I could have closed his other eye, he wouldn't have been able to see you, let alone recognize you.
Did you ever think you could have gotten yourself killed?
I wasn't worried about me. I was worried about you.
Well, do me a favor. Don't think about me.
I can't do that.
Well, try.
I care for you, Duffy.
Don't fall in love with me, Griff.
Why?
Because after this job, I'll just be going on to another one.
To play another man's wife?
Maybe.
Will he fall in love with you, too?
I hope not. Because after that, there'll probably be another job waiting.
Yeah, but why? Why do you do it, Duffy?
Because I feel useful. Maybe it's because of the excitement.
You mean you can't be happy unless somebody's trying to kill you?
I didn't say danger, Griff. It's the excitement of doing something that I feel is important. Just try to understand, that's all.
What am I gonna do with you?
Well, you can do what every other husband does.
What's that?
Just take me for granted.
So easy.
All right.
I want 2 men out on the road. One north and one south of here. One man in front and one man in back.
Yes, sir.
Now, where do you think you're going?
Well, I thought I'd make a pot of coffee for the men.
You got anything here fit for a gentleman to eat?
You hungry?
No, not for me. But we're expecting somebody, and he just might be hungry.
Oh, sure, we got food.
Then you fix it. Also put some clean sheets on the bed in case he wants to spend a night here.
Wait a minute now. If you take our bed, where are we going to sleep?
You sleep where you told us. Thought you said he was going to be here at 8 o'clock. It's almost 20 after.
Well, he ain't on a train, Holt. He's on a horse. And he'll be here when he gets here. That's probably him now.
Who's he?
Says his name's Candy. He's foreman of the Ponderosa. And he's carrying this.
You're a very careless young man, Mr. King.
I buried that thing.
Well, I hope you buried Mr. Barnes a lot deeper than you buried that thing. Kill him and dump his body in the well.
Now, wait a minute. I just cleaned out that well.
You're not going to have any more use for that well.
Trouble, Jonas?
Oh, no, sir. No, he just happened to be riding in while we were waiting for you.
I don't know him.
Griff King, sir, late of the Nevada State Prison. He's working for us.
Why?
Well, they were living here, and this place is like a cork in a bottle, Colonel. We either had to bring them in or run them off. If we'd run them out or killed them, it'd just attract attention.
This place was supposed to be deserted.
Well, it was up until a few days ago.
Very convenient. Also very convenient for us that he should just happen to be a graduate of the Nevada State Prison. Even more convenient, this gentleman just happened to be riding by on the very night I'm going to be here. Are there any other conveniences I should know about, Jonas?
No, sir. Colonel, if you don't trust me to do this...
Trust you? Jonas, I have trusted you with my very life. Nothing just happens. Everything happens for a reason. That reason has something to do with me. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now, maybe something just ought to happen to all these people.
Griff?
Excuse me.
You want a cup of coffee?
No, thank you. Yeah, the hair. The hair was different. And there was a little more paint on your face. And a lot more of you showing around the edges of a skimpy dress.
Now, you won't tell my husband, will you? You don't know I worked in a saloon.
Where? It wasn't no saloon. It was a courtroom. And you gave the testimony that got me convicted.
I don't know what you're talking about, mister. I got things to do.
I spent every day of that trial just looking at you. Your hair pulled back. Your chin held high. But don't you worry none. I ain't gonna let him kill you. Not for a while, anyway.
Well, now, you don't even have to tell them, do you? Do you? Let me finish my business first.
Quit shoving my wire.
Drop the gun. And use just 2 fingers.
You heard him.
Cody. Well, I thought you'd like to meet the lady, Colonel. She's the United States Deputy Marshal.
Marshal? Kill him, Shaw. Kill them all, including him. Doty, get the horses.
Hold it! You get yourself over in that corner and you stay there. Candy, get that oil lamp and put it in the kitchen window. Huh? Why? Just do it.
Griff, you all right?
I'm fine. I can't.
For crying out loud. Would you stop acting like you're on your first date?
Will somebody let me know what's going on here?
Griff! Duffy!
That's Taylor.
You all right?
Yeah.
You got here fast.
Oh, we didn't wait for your signal, Duffy. As soon as we heard the shots, we moved.
What about the men on the high meadow?
Oh, we got a troop of cavalry ready to move on them come first light.
Good.
Colonel, let's go. Let's go.
Duffy, I want to ask you something.
Move it.
Duffy, wait, Griff. Griff, wait. Now. I want you to tell me exactly what's been going on here. Nothing, Candy. Absolutely nothing.
Hello, Griff.
What are you doing here?
I just wanted to make sure I hadn't forgotten anything.
I thought that's what you came out here for yesterday.
I am just taking a last look around.
Hey, I'm gonna take your advice. I ain't gonna fall in love with you.
All right.
But don't try and talk me out of it. Once I made up my mind, that's it.
You're a hard man, Griff.
Yeah. Well. So long, Duffy.
Goodbye, Griff.
Take care of yourself. You be careful.
You too.